Warning: the topic discussed in this video has a slight connection to animal cruelty. If you are disturbed by this, then this is your time to go. So, if you're a monster movie fan like I am, you've probably seen your fair share of special effects techniques to produce the effects for the monsters. Like stop motion, suitmation, CGI, and many more. But there is one special effects technique used almost specifically to make dinosaurs that you've probably never heard of before, and that it has been named Slurpasaurs. Slurpasauring is the special effects practice of taking an animal, usually a reptile like an iguana, putting makeup on it like horns, frills, that kind of stuff, and then superimposing them to look big. The two most famous movies to use this special effects technique are The Lost World, the 1960 film, and 1 Million BC from 1940. It seems like it's a trend where the year a famous Slurpasaur movie comes out, it always ends in 0. Although some of the Slurpasaurs end up looking pretty cool, like this so-called fire monster from The Lost World, well, they're always easily recognizable. Here's an iguana dressed like a Dimetrodon, by the way. But sometimes the Slurpasaur effect can get pretty messed up. The footage you just witnessed was from 1 million BC, and what followed is sad. In the scene, an alligator with a makeup frill and a tegu fight to the death. Unfortunately, back then there weren't really that many laws about animal cruelty, so this was actually legal. In the aftermath of the battle, you can even see the tegu bleeding from its neck. Before I move on, I just want to say rest in peace to this tegu. It might have not died during filming, but it's certainly dead now. With the advancements of special effects, Slurpasaurs have gotten much more convincing and much more safe for the animals. The first modern Slurpasaur was made way back in 1977 with the Bantha. So, the on-screen mounts of the Tusken Raiders were actually portrayed by an elephant named Margie? Margie? I don't know. The female elephant was also used as references for the movement of the AT-ATs. Star Wars used Slurpasaurs again in the form of dog actors for the Corellian Hounds in Solo. Here's a picture of one of the dogs. I hope that is good therapy for, the tegu. But that therapy will be useless, as I'll show you more animal cruelty. I'm just kidding. That same dog was actually Nymeria in Game of Thrones, so... In Beasts of the Southern Wild, a movie that I've never heard about until now, pigs were used to play aurochs. This choice slightly confuses me, considering that aurochs were actually relatives of cattle and not pigs, but it still works really well, so... And those are just the movies that use costumed animals. King Kong vs. Godzilla actually used an octopus to portray the giant octopus on Faro Island. Beginning of the End has giant grasshoppers. And the Tegu. Poor little guy. Wait a second, that looks...
Here is the most amazing of all possible worlds. You'll see man-eating vines that lure their prey. Spiders as tall as trees. Hair-raising attack by prehistoric monsters.